pastors.
Powerful,
Yes, sir.
powerful. Thank you very much, sir.
My pleasure.
This is also a bit personal. You are still single.
Yes.
Hello, my family. Welcome to the Rema World YouTube channel. We bring to you God's word that prospers. So, welcome, guys, to today's video. We are the man of God in the person of Apostle Joshua Selman, the one in charge of Eternity Network International, that's known as Koinonia Fellowship. And this man of God has been known to be single for a long time now, and I'm equally thrilled how he's able to keep such purity and to be honest with a lot of fine ladies in his church. And I think this is something that's going to help other ministers to abstain and also have precautions to be clean or to be holy, okay, with their life. So I won't say much, but I just want you to watch this. Please, if you are just coming to my channel or you are new to my channel, kindly hit the subscribe button to subscribe to this video and turn on your notification bell so that anytime I post a new video, you get notified. And if you don't like this video up to this point, go ahead and hit the like button. I'll be right back. Watch this.
Pastors.
Powerful,
Yes, sir.
powerful. Thank you very much, sir.
My pleasure.
This is also a bit personal. You are still single.
Yes.
How do you handle the issue of sisters? And that is also a lesson for young ministers in the sense that I may see how God has helped you. And I can relate with that because I also know one or two people who had a similar deal with God, and by the grace of God rose into the purpose of God for their lives before they married. So for young ministers and for yourself, someone like you, how do you balance that side? I mean, to be focused, to be single, and how do you deal with sisters?
Okay, I appreciate. I think the issue of ladies and sisters and so on is not limited to whether you are married or not. It's only minimized when you are married. That's what I believe. Anybody who will be very honest,
You're right,
you
sir.
know. I think the key is values and principles.
Wow.
Yes. The key is to be able to put values, because I would submit to you that many people who may have problem with sisters, the ladies don't intentionally come to cause trouble. They are just being ladies. And ladies will generally want a shoulder, with all due respect to all the ladies following and the ladies around. You understand? I'm not sure that there are few ladies, and I think let's honor what the Holy Ghost is doing in the body. There are few ladies that will actually get up intentionally to say, I want to destroy. There are people like that, but I think what happens is that the devil takes advantage of the vulnerability and the compassion of both the leader and the people involved. Because once you are emotionally connected to people, for instance, you have a sister or someone in the church or the fellowship, and you know about their background, you know about what they've gone through, you understand the peculiarity of their dealing, and they've been open to you on that wise, naturally you will be soft-hearted towards those people. And even when they misbehave, from the lens of what you know about them, you will express a lot of compassion. Now that compassion can become dangerous. That is why you must balance it with values like visitations, counselings. Ladies, you don't just invite sisters to say, come to my house, come and help me cook rice, cook beans. It may not be seen, but you are near Sodom. The Bible says when what's his name, when Lot left Abraham, he didn't go into Sodom, he stayed near Sodom. By the time Abraham would come to rescue Lot, he was in the middle of Sodom. So sometimes it's important to just have standards and values. I believe that when you have values and you are strict on it, even though many people may misunderstand you, but eventually you will get, and it's more dangerous today because of the presence of social media. You know, there are all kinds of platforms that create connections and all of that. And the devil is really out to see how he can discredit ministers and bring, you know, people down through this avenue. So I think the key is to set very strict values. For instance, let me give maybe 3 or 4 generally. You can have a standard like, okay, you will not counsel a single sister alone, for instance, or in the night. These are very good principles. And now I want to say something respectfully, and I don't mean to hurt the body or something. I think there is a bit of balance that we need to put, or addition to what we know to be the communication of the grace of God. Because I think that if not checked a bit, that may be an area that the devil may take advantage of. If the concept of the grace of God is not properly understood, it can become a license for licentiousness. You understand what I'm trying to say? Yes, I don't mean to, you know, that sense of God does not condemn people, but the consciousness of right and wrong is important. We have traffic lights, even though we are intelligent people. The traffic lights help to bring coordination. So those kinds of things, because sometimes, for as little as what I've said is, for many people, they can feel, what is the meaning of that? You know, there is a grace of God that grants you grace to say no to this, but pragmatically speaking, you are also a psychological being. And biology and psychology plays its role in our lives. So sometimes creating some of these standards will help us. If you are living with a lady, for instance, that you are not married with, you don't have to do anything wrong for it to destroy you. The psychological torture of the imagery you are giving room to will frustrate your prayer life, will frustrate your concentration, will frustrate a lot of things, and then it will give room for so many things. So this generally my encouragement for people, especially we young ministers, and then most especially people who are single and not married yet. I think that the encouragement will be, create standards, trust God for grace. It's easier said than done, in all fairness, but I think it's good to create standards. And then number 2, be visionary. In the Bible, vision helps people to stay on course. Lack of vision is what sponsors distraction. There is a way you can be so visionary, you look at your watch, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, next time you check it is 10 p.m. because you are so engaged, you have sermons to prepare, you have several things to do. When you are excessively idle, you have to pick your phone. From checking a sermon, you go to a video you should not go to. You see that from there, before you know it, until you are in Sodom. So these are some of the things we're talking about. I think the key is standards. And then number 2, build a community of like-minded people. Having a kingdom community is the key to sustaining kingdom values. Walking in isolation is very dangerous. A community life creates a healthy system of check and balance. So that is very. And then number 3, practice periodic retreats. I am shocked, in all honesty, at the fact that people can be busy in ministry for a very long time and not have, I'm not talking of the usual weekly retreat or these just 2 hours where most of it you are sleeping. I mean a serious, heartfelt retreat from the depth of your heart, where you stay with God. And when you are with God, don't tell lies. Don't go to God as a man of God. You go to God sincerely. Now, it's easy for you to clap for me as Joshua Selman, and so it's only God that knows the truth about me. So when I go to God, the one who I cannot hide, I say, okay, God, please deal with me. And God can say, okay, be careful. Lust is growing in your heart here. Pride is growing in your heart here. Maybe pressures are mounting on you, and maybe your prayer life is not as effective as that. And I say, okay, God, thank you. Supply the grace for the next level. The key to being sustained in ministry is to be truthful to yourself, very truthful to yourself. And when you go before God, be as sincere and honest. If you go to God as MOG, you go to God as a colleague in ministry, very soon things will go bad. You must, when I go to God, I go with an open heart, and I go very sincerely. Search my heart truthfully, oh God.
Hallelujah.
And anything God tells me, whether I have proof for it or not, I believe it. If I go before God now and God says you are an armed robber, I believe him. I will not say, whose money did I steal? I will start rolling on the ground and say, show me mercy before I disappoint myself. Because you know, God does not have future. Everything is, his realm is now. So when God speaks, some of what he's saying will not be in your now, but it's a possibility that is enshrined in you, like a DNA. So you kill it before it destroys you in the future. The key is honesty, that transparency. I think we need to be more transparent. Human beings don't have that fortitude to show us mercy. So we must go to the one who is able to take us just as we are and build us. So that would be my...
Thank you very much, sir. I just have 2 more questions or
Yes,
so,
sir.
so I can wrap this up. This is also a bit also controversial.
Okay.
But I just wanted to shed light to use this opportunity. So in the last 2-3 weeks, there was one of your videos making rounds. I know possibly you've heard about it. You know, we have some boys on the on the social media who just they're stalking traders to attack ministers. So you were talking about
Look, I'm sure you enjoyed that video. And to be very honest, this is one man of God that I admire so much. And we haven't seen any controversial posts concerning this man. Maybe issues of, um, sex tape or getting, fornication and there's several other things, adultery or whatever happening in his church, and also getting such report from him. Is that honest, holy, and we haven't seen shows before. And I'm sure if you're a young minister, you can learn this from Apostle Joshua Selman. Very, very important. All right, so that's it for today, guys. Please, if you're new to my channel, kindly hit the subscribe button to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching, guys.